So today we are going to talk about a combination of CFA plus CPA US. And outright at the beginning of the video, I'm going to tell you all that there are reasons why I would not recommend this combination. So, whereas most of the other times I've always felt that it depends on the candidate based on his future plans, based on his opportunities or her opportunities, that combinations always are making sense. However, this particular combination, according to me, it only has one scenario under which you'll pick it up, and all the others you should reject it. So with that, let me get into it. So if you all have watched some of our other videos, you all would know that CFA is a US based institute with its specialization in the field of finance and investment management. CPA US is the US Chartered Accounting program. The one thing common between the two is that they're both US based qualifications, and as most of us would know, US based qualifications are generally recognized worldwide. So that's a huge advantage. Unfortunately, besides this, as you'll see in most of this video, the amount of synergies between these two courses are minimum. Let me start with the eligibility. Here it's an outright issue for me, because you can start CFA only towards the end of your graduation, and you can do CPA post-graduation, which means both the qualifications you start really late in your life. Now, if you've already crossed that stage, you've not done anything in the past, maybe picking these two would make sense. However, I would still recommend that you decide to choose one first. So that's to do with eligibility. When it comes to the syllabus, there are very little overlap between the two courses. One is again a finance specialization, one is a CA specialization. A little bit about finance will overlap, a little bit about accounting, but that's about it. When it comes to the most important thing, that is the skill set or the employability you build, I am unable to see a scenario, specifically in India, where a company will require somebody with a skill set and knowledge of a US CPA plus CFA. I can think about CA plus CFA. I can think about CPA plus CA. I can think about even special like CFA plus FRM or ACCA with CFA. I've seen this, and there are reasons why people do this. It's basically either the eligibility makes sense, like ACCA plus CFA. You can start ACCA after 12th, finish it along with your graduation, and then pick up CFA. CFA plus FRM have an overlap in terms of their syllabus. CA plus CFA or CA plus CPA have an overlap in terms of scope. Indian companies or even US based companies which are situated in India would benefit in somebody having CA knowledge as well as CPA knowledge. So there are many reasons why people have actually pursued these other combinations but not CPA plus CFA. Now, if you're already a CA and you're trying to pursue CFA because you want to get into the field of finance, or you're pursuing CPA because you want a US based qualification, and for whatever reason there is either time, energy, or you can see an opportunity that now I have, for example, you're a CA plus you have CFA. You already have on an average, let's say 5 years of experience, and then you say that, okay, I have an opportunity to work in the US, let me take up US CPA, or vice versa with CFA. Okay, that makes some sense, but the amount of people who that would be true for is really niche, and you can't pre-plan it. It has to sort of come to you. The reason I said if you're a CA is because if you're just a CFA, right, the chances of you getting an opportunity to study something for CPA, which is having some US-based accounting knowledge requirement, it starts reducing if you're only a CFA. Similarly, if you're a CPA and you want to you're working in India, for example, with companies which are either US-based or companies like the Big Four, and then you wanting to specialize in finance, and for that you're having to do CFA, that's again a rarity. So as long as you have CA, your opportunity to study CFA and CPA starts increasing. If you don't have it, again, it's not impossible, but you really have to be in the right place at the right time. I'll give you an example which is a little different. One of our ex-students now, her name's Ayushi, she studied ACCA. She wanted to go to Japan since she was like, it's been her dream. And she obviously takes up Japanese. She was planning on going to Japan, so she's taking up Japanese learning and all. And coincidentally, Nomura is one of the biggest investment banking companies in the world, and it is It's Japanese based. In Japan, it's the biggest investment bank. Somebody was looking for, in the investment banking department, somebody was looking for somebody from India who has finance and accounting knowledge. So she had ACCA with her and who understood Japanese, which she was learning, to be the intermediary between Japanese and other international clients. And they hired her just by her being in the right place at the right time. What she did over the last 5 years to build up her resume, that is what's important. But the point is that, like that, if you've done only CPA and then you do CFA, and if that right opportunity presents itself, only that's when it will make sense for you. Otherwise, when it comes to deciding your career, do not pre-plan CFA plus CPA. It's not a very valid option unless there is somebody who's ready to give you a lift in your career because of this combination. So guys, if you like this video, if it's helped you in any way or helped you gain some clarity, make some decision, A, please like, subscribe and share. And B, if you know of anybody who would require this video, please do send this to them.